I delivered pizza to a celebrity's mansion during a blackout, and what happened next changed my understanding of fame forever. The GPS directed me up a winding canyon road as rain pounded my 10-year-old Honda. Figures, I muttered, squinting through the street windshield. The worst storm in LA history, and I am delivering 4 Supreme Titas to some mansion in the hills. I'd taken this delivery job to support my screenwriting dreams, not knowing I'd spend most nights feeding the industry players I desperately wanted to become. The irony wasn't lost on me. The address led to an imposing gate with a security camera. I pressed the intercom, announced Talermos Taurus, and the gate silently opened. Lightning flashed as I approached the massive house, illuminating marble columns and floor-to-ceiling windows. Before I could knock, the door swung open. Standing there in sweatpants and a faded t-shirt was Eliza Kent, Oscar-winning actress and star of my favorite films. Her iconic face, usually perfect on magazine covers, looked tired and makeup-free. "Oh, thank God," she said, taking the pizza boxes. "The power's out and everyone's starving." As she handed me her credit card, the sky exploded with thunder. Simultaneously, her entourage appeared behind her: publicist, assistant, stylist, all staring at their phones despite the obvious lack of Wi-Fi. "It's really coming down," she said, glancing at my drenched uniform. "Maybe wait a few minutes. Weather alert says the canyon road might be flooding." Before I could respond, the assistant gasped at her phone. "Eliza, the studio leaked. Those comments you made about director Phillips, they're spinning it like you criticized the entire production." The publicist grabbed the phone. "This is bad. Twitter's exploding. We need damage control now." Eliza's face hardened into something I'd seen in her films, a mask of control hiding panic. "I can't deal with this right now," she said. Then to me, "Sorry about this. The kitchen's through there if you want to wait out the storm." In the massive gourmet kitchen, I awkwardly stood watching rain lash the windows while crisis management unfolded in the living room. Their voices carried, the publicist drafting statements, the assistant monitoring social media fallout, the stylist worrying about tomorrow's appearance being undermined by controversy. Then suddenly, darkness. For a blackout, even their phones died. Silence fell until Eliza's voice. Finally, some peace. Footsteps approached the kitchen. She appeared with a candle, looking younger in the flickering light. "Sorry you are stuck here," she said, opening a drawer for more candles, "but I am secretly relieved everything died. No more crisis management tonight." "Want some? I am Eliza, by the way." "I know." I smiled. "I am Jamie." For the next hour, as rain pounded the roof, we sat at her kitchen island, talking by candlelight, not about her movies or my screenwriting aspirations, but about growing up in small towns, favorite books, the strange peacefulness of power outages. "You know what's funny?" she said, refilling our glasses. "Everyone out there is panicking about some stupid comment I made about lighting on set. Meanwhile, half the city's flooded, and all I can feel is relief that I get to sit in the dark and not be Eliza Kent for a minute." "Who would you be instead?" I asked. She thought for a moment. "Just someone having wine with a pizza delivery person during a blackout." When the power finally returned, her team burst into the kitchen, phones buzzing with notifications. "Crisis averted," the publicist announced. Phillips' team issued a statement clarifying everything. Reality crashed back. I stood to leave, thanking her for the wine. At the door, she pressed a generous tip into my hand. "Tonight was the most normal conversation I've had in years," she whispered, then louder for her team. "Thanks for the pizza." Driving back down the canyon, I realized I'd never mentioned my screenwriting. For once, I hadn't seen a potential networking opportunity, just a person enjoying a moment of ordinary human connection. Sometimes the greatest insight comes when the power goes out, and we see people as they really are, even the famous ones.